Alrighty, this one's going to be yours and Jasmine S35 made by Takamine, which is actually the guitar I got for free with the bag of strings. So we'll do the E. I'm going to change up a little bit. I'm going to switch back and forth on guitars so you hear the picks next to each other. We'll kind of do it that way. So that's the skinny pick or thin pick on your guitar. Step this back a touch. Eek. Let's see, we'll get it. We're gonna pause for a minute. Alright, and we're all tuned up. So this also has very heavy gauge strings on it, and I've showed you before, the action is, I don't know how these guitar guys do it, but the action's fairly high, because that was set up for slide. So it's a little rough to work with right now because it's still set up that way. And then your guitar on the thick pick on an E. The Jasmine on an E with a thick pick. And the finish that's on here, you'll see some blemishes in it. When I was a youngster, it came as an open pour, similar to yours, without the red color. It had a different kind of color to it. Didn't matter. I didn't like it, so I went ahead and sanded that and threw a coat of clear on there. And so there it is. Then we're going to do a touch of pinball. And I'm playing that a little slow with a gentle attack. It's getting late, so I wanted to get through this, and it's gotten late enough. I'm not even sure if these strings will let me do pinball, but we'll find out. So anyhow, they actually are sounding somewhat similar, strangely enough. Oh yes, thick pick pinball. And then thick pick. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this one just because they're asleep. I'm trying to ease on the pick. And then we'll do what we're referring to as a bad song. to sound a little out of tune, because of the action, it actually pulls the string out of tune. And thick pick on the Jasmine. Let's see if I can. Yeah, those open chords, when you're stretching some of the strings, but not all of them, it throws that out of tune. On a bar chord, it's not so terrible. But here I'm stretching those two strings down, and I'm stretching those two strings down, but not the ones in the middle. So anyhow, that was the Jasmine, what is it, S35, made by Takamine. This was, if you buy it now, it's like $105 on Amazon. It's not been a terrible guitar. It's not been an amazing guitar. But that was a blind buy. Like I said, I could have gotten an electric or an acoustic when I bought the 10 packs of strings, and so I chose the acoustic. And there it is. I don't know what else, and very likely the nut width on that is the same. That's maybe you've never seen one before or noticed, but when they talk about a solid wood top, they actually mean the whole thing is made out of one piece of wood, whereas this one has a seam right down the middle. This is a what do they call it? A matched pair, or some select pieces. I don't know if you can see. You can see it's starting to bulge there. As guitars get older and don't get treated well, and this one certainly hasn't been treated well, I couldn't much care about it. This gets pulled on, which lifts this up. I've got one in the truck that this is pulled off a number of times. So if you do store a guitar, drop the tension on the strings altogether. I had this one set up with nylon strings like a classical for a while, but now I've got strings on there that are generally too heavy for any guitar, and so I figured if I was going to break a guitar, I'd like to break this one. But if you want to see the action, I don't know if you can see how far I'm pushing down to get that to go. But for free, I've had it for probably 15 years, so can't really complain.